This next one is also about Father's Day. It's called A Father's Day Thank You. It's about a little bear and his daddy. Let's see what this one's about. A Father's Day Thank You. Harvey did not know what to draw. He dangled his crayon above a blank sheet of paper. Just then his sister tiptoed down the hallway. "What are you doing?" asked Harvey. "Tomorrow's Father's Day, and I got Dad his favorite present," said Lori Ann. She's got a present all wrapped up. "How do you know it's his favorite?" "Follow me," whispered Lori Ann. They could hear Dad in the kitchen. He always cooked breakfast with the radio on. He'd crack eggs and hum a tune. He'd flip pancakes and crank up the volume. And when the bacon was crispy, his big booming voice would fill the house with a song. By the time breakfast was ready, it was either cover your ears or go sit down and eat, 'cause Papa was singing. He's singing. He looks pretty happy. It looks like he made some pancakes and some eggs. Lori Ann pulled Harvey into their parents' closet. "See, Dad's favorite present," she said. "Every year I give Dad a tie, and every year he says, 'A tie, how wonderful! I can always use another tie.' Then he gives me a hug and says, 'Thank you,' and I say, 'You're welcome.'" He's got a lot of ties in his closet. I used to buy my daddy ties all the time, like for his birthday. My daddy went to work in an office, and every day he wore a tie. So every year I would buy him another one. After breakfast, Harvey played tag with the dog until he tripped over a skateboard and cut his knee. Oh, that wasn't fun. Dad scooped him up and carried him inside. "Daddy'll take care of it." "Might need to operate," muttered Dad as he handed Harvey a popsicle. Then, as he cleaned up the cut, Dad told such silly stories that Harvey forgot to cry. Harvey thought Dad might like a popsicle for Father's Day, but figured if he wrapped one up, it would probably melt. I think he's right. After lunch, Harvey wanted to ride his bicycle, but his tire was flat. His older brother Martin took him down to the basement to look for the pump. "What are you getting Dad for Father's Day?" asked Harvey. "The present Dad loves best," answered Martin. "Are you giving him a tie?" "Why would I give him a tie? Follow me and I'll show you what Dad likes best," said Martin. They're in the basement, looking around at stuff. That's where toys are. They put toys down there, probably when the kids don't play with them anymore. They go in the basement so they're not in the way. And there's Martin, and there's Harvey. And this looks like it might be Daddy's workbench. Harvey followed his brother to the storage room. "See the nails?" said Martin. "Dad loves nails. Every year I give him a box of nails. And every year he says, 'A box of nails, how special. I can always use another box of nails.' Then he gives me a hug and says, 'Thank you.' And I say, 'You're welcome.'" "Dad!" Harvey could not fix his tire alone. Luckily, Dad woke up from his Saturday afternoon nap when Harvey hollered, "Dad!" Did somebody call for a bicycle repair? Answered Dad. Daddies are always around to help. Harvey held the handlebars while Dad filled the tire with air. When Harvey pedaled away, Dad stayed and watched to make sure the tire was safe. That evening, Harvey thought about Father's Day again when he stepped out of the tub and Dad wrapped him up in a big warm towel. Harvey went looking for his oldest sister, Nadine. She was in the family room dancing to music. Dancing to music that Harvey could not hear. That's because she had her headphones on. And if you have headphones, you can hear the music, but other people can't. So Harvey couldn't hear the music. "Nadine!" yelled Harvey. Nadine pulled off her headphones. "What are you giving Dad for Father's Day?" "The present he looks forward to all year," Nadine replied. "Are you giving him a box of nails?" asked Harvey. "Why would I give him a box of nails?" said Nadine. "Open the cabinet and I'll show you what Dad likes best." Looks like golf balls. A lot of golf balls. Harvey opened the family room cabinet. "See?" said Nadine. "Dad looks forward to getting golf balls. Every year I give Dad a box of golf balls. And every year he says, 'Golf balls, how thoughtful. I can always use more golf balls.' Then he gives me a hug and says, 'Thank you.' And I reply, 'You're welcome.'" Harvey trudged up the stairs to bed. All the wonderful, special, thoughtful gifts were taken. What was left to make Dad say thank you? One of the children is going to get him a tie. One of them is going to get him a box of nails. And one of them is going to get him golf balls. And Harvey can't come up with an idea. He's feeling pretty sad. "Who's interested in a bedtime story?" asked Dad. "Me, me," cried Harvey, diving into bed. When the story was over, Dad smiled and said, "I love you." He kissed Harvey goodnight. You and Vincent like bedtime stories, don't you? You like stories any time of day. Harvey sat in the dark. He was not thinking about Father's Day. He was thinking about his dad. Harvey crept out of bed, picked up a crayon, and started to draw. On Father's Day, Lori Ann handed Dad a gift-wrapped box. "What could this be?" asked Dad, opening his present. "A tie! How wonderful! I can always use another tie." Then he gave Lori Ann a hug and said, "Thank you." "You're welcome," she said. Martin gave Dad a box wrapped in newspaper. Dad shook the box and whispered, "I wonder what's in here." He opened it. "A box of nails! How special! I can always use another box of nails." Then he gave Martin a hug and said, "Thank you." "You're welcome," said Martin. Nadine gave Dad a bag tied up with a bow. "What could be in here?" asked Dad as he untied the bow. "Golf balls! How wonderful! I can always use more golf balls." Then he gave Nadine a hug and said, "Thank you." "You're welcome," she replied. Everybody looked at Harvey. He pulled a piece of paper from behind his back. I wonder what he drew. He was coloring something. Oh, he drew pictures for Dad. Harvey held out his picture and said, Thank you for being my dad. He drew a picture of Daddy making breakfast and a picture of Daddy helping Harvey when he skinned his knee, and another picture of Daddy fixing Harvey's bike and helping him get all wrapped up and warm after his bath, and reading him bedtime stories. Daddies do a lot of stuff for their kids because they love them. Daddy does a lot for you and Vincent because he loves you. Dad gave Harvey a hug, and then he said, "You're welcome." Daddy said you're welcome that time because Harvey reminded him of all the things he does for them. That is a cute story. You're welcome. I love you.